Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. I don't know what happened. How's everybody doing? Y'all hear me now? Y'all hear me? James. Somebody give me a 1. Griff gift bags. What are we doing gift bags for? Thanks everybody in the spaces coming through. Uncle Hotep Factor. Oh, I'm good. I don't know. What are we going to talk about tonight? I have this up here. Chirpty is like, I guess you go to chirpty.com and it shows you your like Twitter. I guess people you tweet or interact with or you retweet and stuff like that. I just decided to put that up there. I don't know. What do you think this says about me? I got Ed Asante, Cernovich, Hotep Jesus, Cannon, Intel Dodge, Jeff. I just followed Cole Beasley. I don't know why he's up in my inner circle like this. I got my man Scoon. I got my man, I forget my man's name. Damn, what's my man's name? I'll come back to it. I think Intel Dodge. I got a lot of, new stuff. I got Nerd up here. I got Mark Lamont Hill. I got Vanilla Pleasure, whatever her name is. Reaction PR, where you at, man? I don't even know what your header looks like, man. I just thought that was interesting. I saw a lot of people do this. So I thought it was interesting. But what else is it? Average IDF insurer. I got I got an alternate news list, and you guys are free to go subscribe to it in my Twitter. And, I added Jerusalem Post, Times of Israel. I got the IDF, actually, Times of Gaza. Shout out ABL. What up, Leroy Jenkins? Anybody on the spaces want to request? Oh, let me start my call-in. Let me start my Skype. But anybody on the spaces, you want to request to talk, just hit the thing, man. Oh, let's see what Flock. No, wait. I don't think you requested. But anybody wants to request to talk in, I'm gonna start my my Skype for my call-ins on right now. Oh, I got one request. Here we go. Chad, what up, man?
Damn, I couldn't get that mic to come on. It kept going away. What's up, Bunk?
No, but what's going on with you, man?
You got the multi-tiered grift going.
Oh, come on,
man. You got Spaces, you got Skype, you got everything. I love it. No, man, it's crazy out there. They got the we got distraction upon distraction upon distraction, and then all this other real stuff going down overseas. So it's just crazy.
Yeah, man. I was listening to Lookner on. I took my kids to the park, but Lookner was doing agenda-free TV, and it looks like the IDF was really dropping them things today, man. I was like, oh my gosh, there was this. I don't know, man. It's just like people are asking, people's opinions, and people are coming in my comments. It's like, where do you stand? I'm like, oh, come on. I'm just like, what is going on here? I'm like, I mean, I don't know, man, what to say. All I know is if you're doing strafing runs and there's no anti-aircraft batteries going, I think it's a pretty easy, setup, man. I don't know. It's just strange to me, man.
Yeah, well, and what's always funny about it is that it's like there's this it's just another one of those lines of demarcation where they it's like they're trying to learn where people stand on stuff. Like,
right.
All right, everybody, look, we're gonna make this shit go down, and then now you have to decide: are you on this side or are you on that side? It's like, how about there's some messed up stuff on both sides, and
right.
we don't have to endorse any of this stuff. And there's like innocent women and children getting their arms blown off with all this stuff going on.
Right.
It's just crazy. But meanwhile, on the homeland, I just have to say, like so they had the official lifting of the mandate a couple of weeks ago here in Louisiana.
Oh, really?
And man, I walked into Home Depot the other day.
Yeah.
And I was just smiling ear to ear because I finally saw that there were some other people who were willing to walk into Home Depot without a face diaper. And when you walk in and all the employees, you got like half the employees just free breathing. It's like, man, it's a beautiful world out here. It's almost back to normal. Almost back to normal. So I don't know. I think this is one of those deals where they swung for the fences. They got as many people as they could, and they're still coming to line up for that thing.
Yeah.
And the rest of it's going to go back to normal because you can't have Biden presiding over this terrible economy with they're already about to have like 10% inflation. I think they said the producer price index was up like almost a full percent month over month, and then year over year the consumer price index was like 4.5% higher.
Right.
It's coming. It's just the beginning.
You know what? You're right. Because I kind of think they was like, well, we have to drop these people a bone. We have to give Biden a bone. We're going to drop the mask mandate, and I think you're right. They swung as far as they could. They see that, like, they're really not going to get that many more people to get the Fauci juice and stuff like that. But I think they're just trying to give him some good news. And because, the bad news is coming, I guess, you know what I mean?
Yeah. I mean, it's going to be ugly. But, the stock market's going to go crazy because the handful of companies that didn't get shut down are making all the money. So
right.
The 30 companies on the Dow and the 500 and the S&P are doing great. Everybody else is just scraping by. But, I mean, it's going to be crazy. It's sad, too. They're putting hurting on a lot of people. And they can't keep putting a moratorium on rent forever.
Right.
At some point, people are gonna have to pay the piper, and that's when it's just gonna be really interesting to see what happens with real estate over the next 5 years when a bunch of shit just starts getting foreclosed on.
Yeah, because I see a lot of people. I don't know where this death to the landlords thing, all landlords are bad. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where that came from, but that sort of like took off. But you're right. I think they have to get back to normal, and I think they want to. But just listen. Let me know what you think about this. I kind of also think that they want to start it. They want to start it getting back to normal because, the midterms coming next year. And they have states like Texas and Florida that kind of went the other way and went early on dropping a mandate. So telling people you don't have to mask up. So if they start succeeding, those states start succeeding. And if you're going into the midterms with still, you got to wear this, wear that, then I think it's going to be even worse. I think it's going to be bad for the Democrats in midterms, but it'll be even worse then. What do you think about that?
Well, you don't have the boogeyman anymore either.
Yeah.
Who are you gonna get the voter turnout for?
Right.
People are gonna go out to incumbents in these Democratic states have been locking them in their houses for 2 years when there's no Trump to vote against. No, you're gonna it's a midterm and Trump's like a non-factor now. So now you just have to do the real math on like, okay, so look at these states. Look at all the red states and everything. And me, I'm a libertarian, so like
right.
I don't really have a dog in the hunt. But I do think there's going to be a heavy swing in the other direction if they don't do something. So yeah, they've got to. They're kind of in scramble mode. I mean, you have to give them credit. I think they kind of played this somewhat perfectly if you really think about it, because they did just enough to swing that election in November.
Right.
And then they to where they're kind of slowly ramping into this thing. Like I heard you say the other day, they couldn't just, as soon as the inauguration happened, be like, all right, this is all bullshit. Everybody go back to normal. They had to kind of like let it go in. And the other thing is too, like all these pharmaceutical companies, they got to get their bag, so they're going to keep pushing that stuff and everything. But I think they also realized that people were getting tired of all the mandates and all the shutdowns and all the restrictions and everything, and something had to give. So they've been slowly just kind of giving people a little bit back, and the timing might actually work out to where if they play it right, they actually might be able to stem some of that tide. Because otherwise, if they had kept all this shit locked down for much longer, I think we would have had a big red wave in 2022. Yeah. But I think they have a chance. So, but anyway, I'm gonna step off and let you get some other folks on.
Okay, man.
Good talking to you, man.
Hey, appreciate it.
Yeah, man. Peace.
Hey, peace. That was Chad, ladies and gentlemen. Chad, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me read these super chats. I got another person requesting on Spaces. Hold on, where am I at? Thanks. What up, Delisa? Hillway, you believe that the magnet people are talking about after getting the Fauci John? I don't. Do I believe the magnet thing? I don't know. I don't know about that. I have to see it for myself. It could be like an internet troll or something like that. I don't know. It could be fake out. I don't know. But you tell me. Reaction PR. Funny how masks got dropped when the fuel rose. You gotta give somebody a carrot somehow. Thanks for a donation. Jabari Allen, tell HJ he was right. Kauri has always been Hotep. Peace, shalom, inshallah, Hotep to everybody in the Middle East and America. Can Hotep late to the park again? Yeah, I went kind of late, man. We went and took some family pictures today, and that worked out. I think we'll see how the pictures come out. But the kids were restless. I was like, man, I got to do something with them, burn some energy. So I took them to the park. Big Poppy, City Field, home of the Mets, gave the Fauci juice people the nosebleeds and worst seats to the stadium. No more testing to enter there as well. Yo, Knicks and 76ers meeting in the conference semis. Oh, my gosh. I'm kind of scared of that. Shout out to my Sixers. First seed in the East. Let me shout out everybody in chat. Please hit that thumbs up. Please hit that share button. Hold on. Let me take Fudge mail real quick. Then I'll go back to Spaces. What up, Fudge?
What up, Punk? It's been a while. Donate.
Yeah, it's been a while. What you been up to? You outside, man?
Yeah, man. Freaking trying to take in this weather, since I could be out here without a mask on, I got to enjoy it while I still got it. Yeah, man. So, I've been, working on making my way back to PA, but I still find time to catch in and check up on you. I see you're doing well.
Hanging in there, man. Hanging in there. How things with you?
Well, shit, out here in Oregon, man, we had 1 week where we're back to code red, all hands on deck, to the next week saying, man, we can open back up again. You can have social distance. To now the next week, well, you can take off your mask now. So, that happened in a 3-week span. So, we doing good.
Yeah.
We doing real good. Yeah, I just heard the last person talking about how he walked into Home Depot. I'm sitting back and enjoying today. I went into the mall, whole bunch of people, no mask, no nothing, no questions. Even the weirdest thing is that I seen one of the more hippie-ish kind of person walking around. He's flashing his card, walking through the mall, smiling and everything. He looks at me. I'm like, yeah, keep going. I ain't ever going to take that thing. But anyway, but he ain't going to know that. But anyway, man, they're already virtue signaling already, man. Just walking around with their piece of paper already ready to flaunt it. So that's weird, man. A little weird.
Yeah. But hey.
Yeah, and last thing too. So I just thought about this. Just a matter of just thinking. We apparently are upset about the matter of something that could be hazardous like it is now. made by who knows what, but the thing to cure that is now made by the hands of people that couldn't create what is out there now.
Yeah, because I think
I'm just saying.
Hold, real quick. I think Devin Nunes was trending today because he put it out there that the U.S. might have funded that lab in China, whatever, and people were acting
Who knows?
like,
Who cares? I ain't even worried about that. I'm just saying it could have been about a matter of people or something. Something could have made it. It doesn't matter. Just something did it that we at least can make a solution for it.
right.
Yeah. but your boy John Lennon's off, man. Boy,
Yeah.
John Lennon gone. But all right, man. But Hotep and Bill, just some free thinking, and glad to have you and the time to sit here and chat with you.
All right, man. Hotep and Bill.
Hotep and Bill.
All right, peace out. Fudge Mayo, ladies and gentlemen. Hold on, let me take this spacers. But I was just going to say that I don't know. Like, do people just believe it's like it wasn't man-made? I don't know, man. It seems like that would be a normal reaction. Let me go Ephesians 6:12. Ephesians, what's good, man? Yo.
Can you hear me?
Yeah, I hear you. Loud and clear. Go ahead, man.
Oh no, nothing. I hit the request button when you guys were talking about the Fauci juice thing. I just came from the grocery store. I'm down here in South Florida.
Okay.
The Publix, which is like our big grocery chain down here, I guess just switched up their policy. So now only those who have gotten the Fauci juice can walk around with no mask.
Right.
But there's no way they can enforce that, you know what I
Right.
mean? There's no way that they can do shit. Bro, I was the only person in a busy-ass grocery store wearing no mask.
Oh, seriously?
Bro, in Miami.
Wow.
Which is crazy. Absolutely crazy. I was disappointed, bro. I was absolutely disappointed.
Hey, I thought people in Florida were rocking the no mask, man.
A lot of them are, but because we have different types. I mean, first of all, I'm in Miami.
Okay.
It's the most metropolitan area in the whole state.
Right.
So I mean that has something to do with it. But there's different types of people down here. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We get people who are just down here to party and shit, or tech bros and those types of people. And then we have Cubans and shit, and the Cubans don't give a fuck.
Okay.
We're a divided group of people down here for
Okay.
sure.
Okay.
When I go into small businesses, bro, nobody cares. Nobody cares at all in small businesses. It's only the big, the big stores the Home Depots and Targets and Walmarts and all those who care.
That's what's up, man. But hey, I guess keep rocking that no mask, man. Hey, I did a stream. And now you're getting pressured to take it off. I did a stream and I took my kids to get some snowballs, with some shaved, some flavored ice. And they're like, man, you better not put your mask on. I'm like, man, it's because it's kind of different in Pennsylvania. They had every business has you got to wear it on there and stuff like that. It's going to take longer for some states to, like you said, some cities are embracing it. Some states aren't going to embrace it like that. It's going to take a while for people in Pennsylvania to go no mask. They're scared as hell up here.
Yeah, man, I don't blame them, man. I talk to a lot of people who are legitimately scared of this shit. People have been propagandized into believing that if you walk around without a mask, you're gonna kill your grandma or some crap. And dude, people really legitimately believe this. And I'm sure you personally know people who are this way, and I certainly know people who are this way. That they're legitimately dude, I went into a pawn shop the other day because Bitcoin's down, so I wanted to fucking sell something and buy more Bitcoin. And I walked to a pawn shop with some gold, and I knew exactly what it was worth. It was worth $1,100. And I walk in, and the dude's not wearing a mask. And I'm like, no. And he's like, you're not worried that you're going to get people sick? And I'm like, no. No, mind you, this guy's 400 pounds.
Yeah?
Yeah,
oh, wow.
400 pounds. And he's giving me all this stuff about blah, blah, blah. And I was like, yeah, bro, sorry. I'm like, just not worried about it. And he like ended up giving me like some BS number he wanted me to take for the necklace. You know, obviously didn't take it. Walked right across the street to some Cubans. Walked in, no mask. Hey, how you doing? You know, hey, what's going on? What do you got? I give them the gold. They're like, I'll give you $1,000 for it. I'm like, sweet.
Wow.
So yeah, I mean, it really just depends on who you're messing with down here. Like, you know, if you're with like, you know, because you know, Miami's an interesting scene because you know people have this narrative that like Latinos in America like are all like liberals and shit.
Yeah.
But like the truth is that it depends on from where, right? Like if they're from Mexico, there's a lot of that. Like for sure, a lot of Mexicans come here and vote for Democrats. But if they're from any of the like Latin American countries that have like communist governments, they hate that. You know what I mean? Like all the Nicaraguans, all the Cubans, all the Venezuelans, a lot of the Colombians, a lot of the Argentinians, a lot of the Chileans. They're like hardo Trump people or like libertarians. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of that down here. Whereas like the Mexicans and the El Salvadorans, like because their countries suck, but they don't suck because of communism. You know what I mean? So they come here and they vote for that. But the countries like that had communism and all that, like nah, like those people are hard. Okay.
Hey man, thanks for chiming in on Spaces. Let me get to some other people, but I appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, for sure, bro. You have a great night.
All right, you too. That was Ephesians, ladies and gentlemen. Canon Hotep. Oh, wait, Canon, before I get to you. Ricky Green, $100 donation. Thank you. Spaces is really clear. This is absolute picture perfect grifting. Keep up the good work, sir. Yeah, I was amazed. I listened back to the replay of the other week. I was like, yo, it's like you can hear them crystal clear through the phone and stuff like that. But yeah, I appreciate it, Ricky Green. Thanks for your donation. Fudge Mayo, it must be really hard to identify your shooter while wearing a mask or sleepers. Dean B, did you see the Redacted stand drawn evolving to involve more nations? I really don't, but you know, this is kind of, you know, if comparing it to 2014, this is a lot more involved. I mean, I want to put this. You know, 2014 was Obama was in office, and I remember because I was paying attention just like I am today, and but I think in 2014 they had a land invasion. They haven't gone in with troops yet. You know, that's one thing you got to understand. But you know, as far as bombing runs, this is way more involved, and I think on the other side, launching the rockets, they're way more involved now. But we'll see. I really don't think so. But if it goes. We'll see how far it goes. This is day 7, I think. Reaction PR seems like it's hard to drop the virtue signaling propaganda. It really is. Anyway, Canon Hotep. What's going on, man?
It was not much, man. Long day. Spent 4.5 hours at a cotillion, bro.
Yeah?
Yeah. My daughter, she in this little etiquette thing.
Okay.
Bunch of parents up there giving long-winded speeches, making it about themselves.
Oh,
I go.
Yeah. I hear you.
But yeah, your boy Devin Nunes had his kufi on tight.
He did, but this is the obvious. I mean, I don't want to go too conspiracy theory, but man, come on, like I'd rather believe that something is man-made than like some random bat came out, like got infected and somebody ate it at some.
Because they watch too many movies. They watch Outbreak and 12 Monkeys, and they think that's how virology works.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like it was, you know, when it first happened, everybody that ain't dumb was like, man, ain't no way this how this played out.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, you know, like y'all, I know y'all was joning me the other day, but like I put the first video I put out, they took that whole thing down. I had all the receipts in that video, and it was like, God, poof, 10 minutes, they had me out of there.
It took 10 minutes to get it, yo.
Literally 10 minutes. I wasn't even exaggerating, yo. By the time I posted it on Twitter, I got an email like, yeah, not today.
Yo, for the audience, follow Canon Hotep on YouTube and Twitter, but he had posted a video, you know, talking about, you know what I mean, the Yamin and the Fauci juice and all that, and It took 10 minutes. They came and got snatched that thing right on down. But you can find the video on. You got it on Rumble still, right?
Yeah, it's on Rumble still.
Okay,
Yeah.
Follow him on Rumble, and you can see the video that got snatched off this network.
I thought I was flying under the radar. I'm like, I might be good on this. Nah, they got me. I was like, man. But yeah. But I don't know, man. I think it's about to be the end of this for real. I don't like you can't like. All right, so now if you got the you can go into a store without your mask on and stuff. Supposedly, because here in Baltimore, I ain't seen nobody in no store without one on. But it's like,
right.
How you supposed to tell without having some kind of mark or some kind of something? You feel me? I feel like that's coming though. Like I hope that don't come, but I feel like the only way you gonna know, you gotta prove it. Like papers please. You know how that go. Yeah. I mean, like. The crazy part though is like, so my grandfather passed on Monday, so I was down at his house with my mother.
Condolences, man.
I appreciate it. And my family coming through, and they, we outside talking, shooting the breeze. One of my uncles go, so did you get your gammy? I'm like, nah, I ain't getting that. Then he proceeds to go and try to like persuade me, like, yo, this ain't even. First off, this ain't even the time.
Right.
I said, two, I was like, your boy said either whether you had a gamine or you contracted the gamine, you good for like 6 months.
Right.
I said, that's your boy. I was like, so what's the problem? And they don't want to argue with me about it. So like then my sister was like, yo, why Uncle call me trying to persuade me, telling me that, well, pregnant women should get the gamine. I was like, what? I was like, man, these people losing their mind. The funny part is when I told him I ain't get it, he took like 10 steps back.
Are you serious?
I'm not lying. Like, first he talked, and then when I said I ain't taking it, he damn near walked off the porch talking to me. I'm like, but you got it. You ain't got nothing to worry about. I'm like, you guys are losing it, and still had a mask on. I'm like, y'all. I said, that's like we learn this in school. We learn it in school. Like when you get some protection,
right?
You good. Whether somebody else around you got it or not. Like I always look at like the chicken pox. Remember, like did y'all have chicken pox parties?
No.
So back in the day, right? If a kid had the chicken pox, your parents send you to the kid with the chicken pox house so you can catch it.
Okay, I got you. All right, got you.
Because because they said that when you get older, it's more dangerous.
Yeah.
But when I was a kid, my homeboy had the chicken pox. My brother sent me up there to play. A week later, I had the chicken pox, and that's how we got we got immune to it. Now they got something for that, but. I'm like, this basically the same thing. I was like, the whole herd thing, it works the same way. Like, whether either you get the gamine or you all contract it and then you just build up an immunity.
Right.
I'm like, they took all of that. They took all of that verbiage out of their message. It's either get the gamine or you screwed, in their opinion. I'm like, man, I said, I don't know where y'all been. I don't know if y'all just forgot what y'all learned in school. But I said, that's not how it worked. But, people don't listen.
Yeah, you know what? We went to get some pictures taken. Like we hired this lady, like to do it privately, and she had her mask on. She was like you guys can take off your mask. Do you mind if I have mine on, or you want me to have mine on? I got my first shot. I didn't get my second one yet. We was like. And the pog was like, she played, like, she needed a better poker face, man. Because I was just like, I wanted to say, like, yeah, it's okay. But she was like, we don't care. Like, I'm like, oh, come on. Like, stop. Like, you're giving too much information. Like, yo, chill.
Right. She about to point you to your YouTube channel. Look, we still need this discount. We still need to get these pictures. She don't need to see that.
Yeah.
Look, we good. But yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know. Everybody think we about to get back, but no, I just don't see it happen. I mean, hopefully it do, but I don't know. I figure if this starts to slip, then it's gonna be something else. And then you got your boy out here raising all the gas prices.
Yeah, you know why I think they might ease up, because I think this inflation is really coming, and this these gas prices and this food prices, it's really coming, and I think
coming.
yeah.
The writing was on the wall before all of that whole hacking thing happened.
Yeah,
You can't give out that much money and
right.
don't expect some kind of repercussion from that, some kind of cause and effect. Like you can't give out that much money and think that you can print your way out of it. Like we about to be having what's it called? Negative interest? Is that what it's called? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's about to cost you $50,000 just to go buy a Ford Fiesta.
Oh my God.
You know what I mean? It's just crazy, but everybody think everything's supposed to be free and all this other stuff, and now we about to pay for it. So I don't know. We'll see what happens. We'll probably have some kind of false, to take people's mind off of it, or some false, to justify these prices going through the roof, such as the whole colonial pipeline thing.
Yeah.
That's my opinion.
Okay.
But anyway, I'm going to let you go on. I ain't going to take up too much more time.
All right, man. Thanks for hitting me up, man.
All right, no problem. Holla at you.
All right, peace.
Hotep and Build.
Hotep and Build. Cannon Hotep, ladies and gentlemen. Go follow him on Twitter and YouTube and Rumble. Thanks, everybody in the chat. Please hit the thumbs up. Please hit the share button. I see y'all. Opinionated Junkie. I want crypto to stop decreasing. Thanks for a donation. Hey, man, Elon. We talked about that, man. Elon, I guess it's your chance to buy more. I don't know. I'm getting kind of I'm looking at it like, oh no, what's going on? This might be a fall for a minute, but we'll see. Fudge Mayo seen my first double masker in person today. I seen a few double maskers, man. I seen a few. It's been a while, but I seen a few. I just reading it. Why are they dropping the Epstein Bill Gates stuff, man? Like, do y'all notice that? Like, all of a sudden, they're like, maybe her getting divorced. Gates' wife is divorcing him, but now this is on Daily Beast. A person who attended meetings at Epstein's townhouse says Gates enjoyed holding court there. So now we're starting to get some negative press on Bill Gates. That's interesting. Anyway, let me go to Omni Lee. He's been waiting for a while. Omni, what up, man? It's still scrolling. Omni, you there, man? I don't know. It still says connecting. I don't know. He might have moved out of of range or something like that. I'm gonna go to Barbecue Balboa. He called in last week. They said he was the Feds, man. He's at Cowboy Nation's Dodgers. Maybe they're both connecting. It might have a server problem.
Well, Aaron?
Yeah. Is this who's speaking?
It's Balboa.
Oh, what's up, man? Something's acting funny with the spaces. But hey, what's going on, man? What's going on with you, man?
Hey, not much. Hey, I'm a recent convert to Hotep Nation.
Yeah.
So I just want to thank you for that. I got my dashiki on.
You got the dashiki on?
And my kufi's on tight.
Okay.
So, yeah, I got the dashiki on, the kufi. I'm ready to go. I got my kente cloth wrapped around my neck.
Oh,
hey,
man.
What's your take on? I haven't been following you for too long. What's your take on critical race theory?
You're going.
Have you read anything? Have you read racism take? Do you put any credence in that at all? Or do you think it's just a grift?
No, man. They mean business with critical race theory. Hey, barbecue man, I don't know if you're a Fed or not, but the chat, they think you're a Fed, so you gotta. They think you're too polished with these questions, so you gotta I don't know, man, throw some slang in there or something like that. But anyway, critical race theory. I made a couple videos. I made 2 videos on my YouTube channel about that. I don't think it's necessary. I don't think it's good. I don't think. I think they're going about it the wrong way if they want to, improve race relations. And I don't think you need to actually do anything about to improve that. I think one thing you need, if your actual goal was to improve race relations, and you got to do something about the media. I think the media is the main culprit of, antagonizing that, but to say that, they're blaming the elites, but what elites? I think this blaming quote unquote white elites lets corporate interests get away with a lot of stuff. I don't think it's necessary. Malcolm X had a great point about if you want to improve race relations, you have to let people do it on their own. You can't force it. You can't legislate it. And I think that's what they're doing here. I think it's just a waste of time, for Americans, students to even waste time on this. You know what I'm saying? We're falling behind. We're already behind the rest of the world in a lot of categories. We don't need to be wasting time learning critical race theory, because some these I don't know, you want to call them Marxist, socialists, communists, whatever you want to call them, think this is a good idea. I think you should rather spend that time in school on improving math skills or whatever, language skills, whatever.
Did you read the 1619 Project, any of those essays at all?
No, I did not read any of that. What's the 1619 Project, man?
None of that?
No, I didn't read that.
It's the 60. Okay, I was pushed out through the New York Times. It kind of falls in line with the teachings of Kendi and Robin DiAngelo, the anti-racism stuff. Don't you think this CRT is kind of an opposite? It's kind of more in the Black Power movement thing, don't you think? It's opposite of what King was talking about. No. That's my understanding.
No. It's not, because they're going about, they're saying people of color. If you're going to be Black Power, then Black Power means Black people, not people of color. It's the exact opposite of that. It's not like there isn't any Black Power movements in America at this time, to be honest. Like, it's not like how it was in the the 60s, 70s, 80s. You know what I mean? There's just not.
Yeah, no, what I meant was, like, King was more of, like, the colorblind thing, kind of we're all the same, and CRT and the, the Kendi teachings and such. It's like we're going back, it's like, no, it's about race being very important instead of race being not important. Now it's like, okay, your blackness or your color or, everything is a tribal thing again. So it's kind of like we're separate. Instead of going into a collective, we're separating back out into groups. It's about how we're different. And I don't know. To me, it just seems like it's a reverse of what we've been trying to do since the civil rights movement.
If you want to put it that way, I kind of see what you're getting at. But yeah, I think they're trying to do a couple things. They're trying to put the blame solely on white America, and they're trying to I don't want to say degrade, but they're trying to guilt trip, I guess is a better term, white Americans for a lot of things, and I don't think that's even necessary. But yeah, that's why I think some of the goal is. You there, man? Oh, he dropped out. But yeah, it looks like 1690 is a long-form journalism presented by Nicole Hannah-Jones from the writers from the New York Times. aims to reframe the country's history by placing the consequences of slavery and the contribution of Black Americans at the very center of the United States national narrative. You know, I've listened to Schoon and Whitlock, and Schoon kills me because he always says, you know, black people are highly narcissistic, and it's true. You know, like to say it's, I don't know why we're center of everything. You know, just because slavery took place. I mean, did we take a part in building America? Yeah. Did we build America solely? No. Let's be honest with ourselves. I just don't get it. You know, just because we were a part of, you know, some forced labor, some people got rich, but that's not we weren't the sole cause of the success or building of America. But, you know, these 1619 projects and this critical race theory, they're trying to, you know, what's it called? Revisionist history, and to make it seem like that was the case, like we're the sole like builders of America. Well, that's not the case, man. Let's be honest here. Dario, request, man. Oh, I gotta talk. Hold on. Dario, let me get you next. Let me get to Flacco, whoever this guy is, Flacco the Shepherd. Flock.
Hello?
Yeah, hello.
Hi, how's it going tonight?
What's going on with you, man?
Not much. I just decided to take a step outside, join the call, see if I can have a nice conversation, you know?
Yeah.
So, like, I'm in southern Arizona.
Okay.
Going back, I guess, to mask talk. And, like, the guy was talking about how in Miami, the big corporations, you have to wear your masks and everything. And here, nobody cares. Everybody just leaves you alone. It's beautiful.
Oh, for real?
Yeah.
I never been to Arizona. I didn't know it was like that. But like people can just walk around, no mask, and not be bothered.
Yeah, pretty much. I mean, I have to wear mine at work. That's because my boss tells me to. But like, I walk into Walmart, I walk into the Fry's, all the stores. They just ignore me. Not even any of the Karens bothering you, you know, heckling you for not wearing your mask.
Right. Well, yeah, the thing is, you know, it's different in every state, man. Like I'm seeing, like I'm almost envious. Well, I could just tell you about the Pennsylvania experience, and I haven't really been out of state since this whole thing happened. But in Pennsylvania, like this everybody is masked up. You really get like on social media. In the local groups, like people will badger non-maskers. They call people non-maskers, anti-vaxxers, and all this other stuff. You know, they try to guilt trip you into wearing it. All the businesses put it up. You know, our governor was like, he really went hard on the lockdowns. You know, so it's like different parts of the country is different. You know, I mean, I guess you should consider yourself blessed to be out in Arizona.
Oh, yeah, but I started the lockdowns in Pennsylvania. I actually moved to Arizona. We arrived January 2nd. We drove across the country.
Oh, did you? Oh, so you escaped.
Yeah, that's one of the many reasons why I escaped. Because, especially, I got very black-pilled after the 2020 election. So I was like, yeah, I think it's time to pick up roots, go somewhere else, go to a much redder state.
Okay.
And I have friends in Pennsylvania who maybe they think they're joking, but they'll always say, I'm fully vaccinated, but I don't want to not wear my mask because then I'll look like a conservative. And it's like, what the fuck? What are you saying?
I see that now. Hey, Flacco, I got to get to other callers, but thanks for calling in. Shout outs to Arizona, man.
Yeah, no problem. Have a good day.
All right, peace. Hey, Jabari, call in now, man. Hillway says, I think Unc's audience is now more non-melanated since he added Twitter Spaces. Yeah, I guess my Twitter is like, It's probably like 40%, 30 to 40% melanated and 60% non-melanated. Jabari, call in, man. Jabari, you gonna call in? Anyway, let me read these super chats. Derry, I got you in a minute. Big Poppy, I drove by an anti-mask and medical freedom rally in downtown Manhattan. There's some hope for New York City. Wow, that's crazy. There might be hope for New York City. Kamar Daniels, donations. Thank you, appreciate it. Derna 1804. If there are 10 cheeseburgers and I have money to buy 2, then the government gives 5 people enough money for 2. I can't buy 2 cheeseburgers anymore. Deficit equals tax because it doesn't make cheeseburgers. Derna with the financial wizardry. What's up, so for real? Jabari Allen, I've been trying to call in. What's good with the phone line? Stop talking to the ops on space. Oh man, you're killing me, man. You're killing me, man. I'm trying to expand the program, man. I got to figure out if somebody can help me out how to change the tone on Skype so that it doesn't ring in and stuff crazy. Then I can have it up. I just didn't want the phone line to be ringing off crazy. And then I turned it off, and I just went through a couple people on here. But I wanted to get Derry on. I wanted to talk. Jabari didn't pay his phone bill, Big Poppy. But that's the 1619 project he was talking about. They're still dropping them things. I'm not going to play that Kamala speech. I already know it was crazy. See, this is another part. Wall Street Journal, some Microsoft directors began an investigation in 2019 into women allegations of prior sexual relationship with Bill Gates. As Edisanti, he's a great follow on Twitter. Follow Edisanti on Twitter. Drip, drip, drip. So now all these negative stories are coming out on Gates. I'm telling you, they're going to drop this whole thing like a rock. They're dropping the Yamin, the stupid 19, the Fauci Jews. They're dropping this whole thing like a rock, man. Yeah, Solo Sam says Bill Gates is on the opposite side of the media all of a sudden. Watch how they work. Damn, somebody said caption this. Let me go back up to the top here. I'm going to invite Derry. Let me see if he comes on. I want to ask him about Kevin Samuels, man. I think he said nah. Why did they join in high numbers? Define high numbers. Derry.
What's going on, brother?
What's going on, Derry? What's good with you, man?
Not much, man. I'm just happy to be here in the Fact General, man. In this space.
What's good with you, man?
Man, I like what you said as far as you're right. We are referring to black folks, right? We are extremely narcissistic. It's almost outrageous. We know damn well we did not create America. I think we played a hand in it because we were literally slaves. But right. Come on now, enough is enough. Niggas did not create no goddamn. We ain't got no ownership over half the stuff, half the industrial. Jews, whites, they got more power plays than we do. We don't own shit. How the hell we create this shit? We ain't got no ownership over anything. But so yeah, you was right about that. But as far as the Kevin Samuels thing, I mean, like I said last time before, if a gay person tell you that 2 + 2 is 4, does that change the fact that it's 4 because that person is gay? If a murderer tells you that 2 + 2 is 4, does it change the fact because he murders people? He's still correct. And unfortunately, I hate seeing two black men go back and forth with each other.
Right.
To the point where, like referring to him and Umar, I look at Umar as a parody. I don't think Umar is to be taken seriously at times because he's a hypocrite, just like most of these people in the black manosphere. You can't get mad at Kevin Samuels for bashing black women when you literally just got done bashing a black woman in Naomi Osaka because she chose to play for a different country than the country you thought she should have played for. How you kill your own argument in seconds.
Right. Now let me ask you about Kevin. How far do you think he can go? You know, I was listening to Schoon and Whitlock. You know, I think it was Whitlock. He said, you know, the sky's the limit. He could be like the next Steve Harvey. You know, how high do you think he's going to go? Because he's on fire. He's hotter than fish grease.
His ceiling could be anywhere to Hall of Fame or Kwame Brown. Because I'm not trying to be funny, but Kevin Samuels, like, YouTube is a different game.
Right.
Because he didn't get hot off of. I mean, yeah, one of his videos went viral, but he's a YouTube guy at the end of the day. Even for as much as people see him on Twitter and Instagram, he is a YouTube. That's where his platform started from. That's where it's going to end, most likely, unless it's brands and gets like his own TV show and stuff like that. Then you know what? Yeah, that Steve Harvey comparison, yes, it's come to fruition, but. It depends on if the market wants a Kevin Samuels type deal. But if they're going as far as digging into this man's arrest record, picking up his yearbook photos and stuff, I mean, black folks do a lot of crazy interrogation and investigative skills, but we can't seem to figure out what happened to all that money to Black Lives Matter. These can find out what you did in the third grade, but can't find out where that money at with Black Lives Matter. But I digress. I think the sky's the limit for Kevin Samuels, but it's going to come to a point where he can either go out like Tommy Sotomayor,
right?
You're stuck in the same place, like, because longevity is the name of the game for Kevin at this point. You got the platform.
Right.
I've never seen nobody blow up as fast as he did. It's almost, I want to call him a plant. I'm so tempted to call him a plant. I ain't never seen no black dude just come up like that, but I'm not a hater. It come down to is what you're saying, because at a certain point he's gonna have to switch it up. Folks not gonna keep hearing you talking about high value men and high value women and are you adjustable six or whatnot. You're gonna have to switch it up, and that's when longevity comes from. You look at somebody like Tommy. Like, Tommy's been here for a decade. It's because he touches on all aspects, not just this one talking point. But at the same point, that brother, for instance, kind of shot himself in the foot to where you could have been where Kevin's at right now. But you chose, you got in your own web, your own success. Where you're still successful in your own right, but he should be on TV shows, radio shows, on a regular basis. And that's why I see the next step for Kevin Samuels is getting on those platforms. We got to ask me this question a year from now, and we'll see.
One thing I will say he got a chance is because, the black women demographic that's a lot of money in now. They're getting the black women are getting a lot of money now. They watch a lot of TV, so some TV director is going to be like, hey man, we can make a lot of money off this guy. And somebody's going to throw, I would be surprised if somebody doesn't throw a bag in a year or two. Somebody's going to throw a bag at him like, hey man, let's do a TV show and let's see what happens.
He got to make sure he don't step on the wrong toes.
Right.
It depends on how he criticizes black women. You gotta stay for make sure you don't criticize the Jews, and because you will go out like Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon was talking big shit, and then like a week later he apologized. Right. And I said, "Damn, brother, like you would have been a real one had you stuck to your guns and really died on your shield." But he cared more about the money, and I get it. He cared more about the sponsorships, and that's where I see Kevin Samuels as far, like, again, the movie, the book deal, TV shows. I see that as the next step, but he just gotta be careful. He's playing it a smart way. He's not offending. He's not using certain words to offend. Like,
right.
He's not using that word, the R word. You know what words we're talking about. Words that would get your account clapped.
Right.
He's not doing that. So, again, I would give it 5 months. Let's see if he cool down. I think he's kind of cooled down a little bit this past week or so. I don't see him on my timeline as much. Like a couple weeks ago, you could not escape that man. That man was like Thanos. It was inevitable. But I think it's kind of cooled down a little bit. And this time period, I say, what are we in the month of May? Give it till September. You're really gonna see if he's really here to stay or not, because he could just be flavor of the month. You never know.
Okay. Hey man, let me move on. Hey, everybody follow Derry on YouTube and Twitter. You got anything coming up soon, man?
I do have a surprise. They've been showing me a lot of love on YouTube this past week. Like I don't know if it's because I put the Chris Teigen or whatnot. That pack is always smoking, hitting and stuff. Again, I'm always happy to be here in the fact in general. You've always been showing love, like I said before, and we definitely gonna work soon. But all I'm gonna say is y'all probably will be seeing me on camera more often. That's all I'm gonna say as far as that goes.
All right, man. Appreciate it. Appreciate you coming through, man.
Yeah, shout out to everybody in space. Thank y'all for having me.
All right, man. Peace out.
All right, brother.
This is I'm showing this video on YouTube. Let me put the volume up. This was sent to me by a good buddy, Reaction PR. He's saying this is I think this is Dominicans trying to go on to PR.
Dominicano entrando.
973, you're online. Hello.
Yeah, what up, Hunk?
What's going on with you, man?
Nothing. Paradise over here, just working. You know what I'm saying? Hook up the restaurant.
Okay.
I tried to call in and chat with you real quick, just to go around this week's crazy event.
yeah, go ahead.
Let me call up Unc. Because I had a little tea on the inside about some Middle East, but we'll get to that a little later.
Oh, man, here we go. Yeah. Go ahead.
No, I'm going to phrase it correctly.
Okay.
Don't worry, I'm going to phrase it correctly. All right, why is nobody saying Biden ain't got no blood on his hands? Because everybody knows if T-45 was his head, everybody's like, all these kids, you know what I'm saying? They'll be like, it's all his fault.
I don't know, man. I don't know. Biden's been in their corner for a while, man. He's been saying, if you look back at some old videos, man, he said some questionable stuff, man. That wouldn't. I phrased it. I put it out on Twitter. I was like, y'all must not learn all these old. Wait till wait till this old Biden video comes out, right? And people didn't get it. Like some people, there was a couple of people that knew which one I was talking about. There was one that like if it dropped, if somebody brought it up today, they're like, whoa, what is going on with this guy?
Yeah, man. So I'm just like, I'm watching the moves, and I'm seeing the the Stones versus the Milk and Honey. Yeah, okay. There we go. and I'm just looking at it because I told you, my wife and stuff, and like she got family over there, and she actually got somebody work on the government. So okay. He already told me. He told me 3 years ago this was already decided. Oh yeah. Yeah. The Milk and Honey was talking to the Styles, and they came to agreement. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And the agreement is the Al-Aqsa, all that's going to be moved to Medina. That was the word that they already made an agreement 3 years ago. They got some stuff on land, Milk and Honey. In Saudi, they're going to give them. It's going to be like exchange because all that's controlled by Jordan, and Jordan people. The Hashemite clan used to control Mecca and Medina back in the day. Okay.
And so that was like a little deal they went about. That's why you ain't hear nothing from their side, anything about that these past months. If you know, they've been real quiet over there in those other countries. It's like, nothing to see here. Nothing to see here. Don't know what's going on. Just what to do. No, nothing on their Instagram, nothing on their official Twitter for any of their ambassadors. It's because they already had an agreement 3 years ago about this. And this is just part of the plan. You know what I'm saying? So that's all I'm going to say about that. Back to Biden. Back to Biden and this crazy mess, man. So, and P, are they letting y'all go out without masks?
No, not yet. No.
In Jersey, we got 3 days. The 19th, they say everything gonna open back up, and then it's gonna be getting wild over here. I don't know, man.
Well, our governor said he's going to drop the mandate, but he wants everybody. He wants 70% of the population that got the juice, and then he'll drop everything.
Yeah. Yeah. Hopefully. But it's just them trying to cover their tracks. So they know this is all scandemic, so they just trying to cover their track. And how you feel about how everybody just how did Bill Gates not drink the blood or something?
Say again.
I said, did Bill Gates not say the right open time? Because they're all turning on him right now. Like, I'm like, yo, what did he do?
That's what I'm trying to figure out. I'm trying to figure out this play.
The darling of the liberal media for years. Everybody said, "Oh, I'm be rich like Bill Gates. Give all your money to charity." You know what I'm saying? That was the song and dance for them for the past 20 years. And now you got, like, I read this article today that he had an affair, and they're trying to kick him off the board back in, like, a couple of years ago, but it's all just mysteriously coming out now. You know what I'm saying? They're just sitting on that.
Yeah.
So it's just real funny style. It's real funny style. Part of me thinks maybe, you know what I'm saying, some boys in the Far East might be involved, our new masters, because, they all about getting over with the computers, too. So I'm trying to figure out if it's a new master play, you know what I'm saying? That way you get total domination through their companies of the whole PC market. That's what I was looking at. I don't know. I got my kufi on halfway tight at this point.
Yeah, you got to put your kufi, you got to put it down tight, man, to get this one, man. But I think this might be a way they can chip away on the normies, with this whole situation, because this can put a little dent in it. Because he's been at it was him and Fauci at the forefront of all this.
And now, remember my phone call that I disavowed? It's funny, the same thing I was talking about that I disavowed, now is all in the mainstream media now.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm Yahoo, Fox, I'm like, MSNBC, it came up on my own. Microsoft, I'm like, look like they're circling the wagons. But to me, I think it's going to make them the fall guys,
Yeah, he's definitely being made a fall guy. Because, why are they putting this Epstein? Like, there's been so many people that been with Epstein, but they're gonna put him in Gates. You know what I mean? They could have did it with Trump, with Clinton.
It's gonna be Gates, Epstein, Fauci. So you're gonna have Me Too included with all the other man. You know what I'm saying? That's the point that makes them look real suspect. Because they're gonna hit you with the Me Too angle. Then they're gonna hit you with the progressive woman feminist angle. You're gonna be a story soon, like in Vogue or something, how Melinda Gates rose from the ashes, and she had to reassess what was important in her life, and she had to get away from such a rich and powerful man. They're gonna spin it like that.
Right.
I don't know. She might be running for president. I don't know. But
oh yeah, maybe.
Melinda Markle, 2024.
Wow.
Oh, yeah, man. I'm like, This is like, It's just real suspect. It's real suspect to me, man. Real suspect. So that's all I wanted to call it after. I actually wanted to talk some more, but I was like, I would have to write it down and rephrase. What do you call what Kyrie said at the press conference, though?
What did he? Hold on. Let me look it up because I didn't listen to it, but somebody had told me that he kind of went woke on the press conference, man.
Yeah,
I didn't hear it.
Yeah, it was good. He phrased it correctly.
Okay.
He phrased it very correctly. He knew. He didn't want to upset, you know what I'm saying? Add him 30 silver and the commissioner. So he had to make sure that he had let me he went about it definitely the right way.
All right, yeah. Hey, let me jump off here. I'm gonna play this for the people. Then I'm gonna wrap my show up.
And I'm gonna call you next week. We can talk about some spook ball because it'll be playoffs.
Yeah, definitely. We talk about it next week.
All right, brother.
All right, man. Take it easy. Peace. All right. Hold on. Let me. What the hell is my Skype now? Hold on. Let me before I play this. Let me see what he has to say. I have not heard this.
Working out the Kings' first game with the big three together in quite some time. How did it feel to be again so close to full strength as you get ready to wrap up the season?
Felt good, just get out there, play the game that we love. But for me personally, I'm not really, I'm not gonna lie to you guys. A lot of stuff is going on in this world, and basketball is just not the most important thing to me right now. There's a lot of stuff going on overseas. All my people are still in bondage all across the world, and there's a lot of dehumanization going on. So, I apologize if I'm not going to be focused on y'all questions. It's just too much going on in the world for me to just be talking about basketball. Like, I focus on this shit 24/7 most of the time, but it's just too much going on in this world not to address. It's sad to see this shit going on. And it's not just in Palestine, it's not just in Israel. It's all over the world, man, and I feel it. I'm very compassionate to all races, all cultures, and to see a lot of different people being discriminated upon or against, being discriminated against based on their religion, color of their skin, what they believe in. It's just sad. We all say we're human beings and we care and we're compassionate, but what are you doing to help? And being in this gym, I'm grateful for opportunity. It's a blessing, but my goal out here, my purpose is to help humanity, and I can't sit here and not address that. I don't care which way you stand on either side. If you're a human being, then you would support, the anti-war effort that's going on. There's a lot of people losing their lives, children, a lot of babies, and that's just what I'm focused on. So if you guys want to ask me questions about the game, I really don't care about it, but except just everybody leaving out of the game healthy and being able to go home to their families.
I don't know the challenge is the word, but what has it been like balancing, the social issues and things that are on your heart and on your mind with, the responsibility on the court? What has it been like balancing that?
It's a job. I was raised as a survivalist. My family comes from practically the bottom, from the South Bronx, making it out of some extreme conditions. Didn't have a lot of resources, and I'm the product of a lot of sacrifice from my ancestors, a lot of people.
That's a good answer. I guess, the reporters, you see the reporters didn't really follow up. Well, what's going, well, okay, let's talk about it. You know what I mean? They try to, they're going to stay away too. I will say, let me close up the show on that whole situation. Ill Bill, I always say on my show, man, like I say on the podcast, the future of the world has already been bought. I'm a firm believer in that. You got people in big buildings and skyscrapers making deals that, decide the future of the human beings on Earth across many continents. Now, you heard my man say, who called in, he said this has been decided a couple years ago. They're going to move, he thinks they're gonna move the Al Oscar to a different place. I don't know if that's the fact or not, but that seems like it could be a possibility. I care about the people. I don't want the people to get hurt. You know what I mean? But a lot of this stuff is above our pay grade. A lot of this stuff is going to happen whether we do anything about it or not. A lot of this stuff has already been decided. You got to understand, like, this stuff has been set in motion, has been, decided for, like, I would say decades, if not centuries ago. It's just the thing that the sad thing is like innocent people have to die for like some of these, some of these schemes and plans to take effect, and that's sad. That's the sad thing about it. Innocent kids and children, whichever, country you want to talk about, they're dying, and the things that makes me mad is like some people come in my mentions and in my messages talking about, you don't support these people or you don't support these people. I'm like, what are you talking about, man? I'm like, I don't want people to die for nothing, man. Like we support these people. Like I don't support, like, y'all, just a couple months ago, y'all was saying America first. This is what the same people. Now you're going to come in and mention talking about support this, support that. I'm like, come on, man. Can we support not killing each other? Can we support not having wars? Like, it's year 2021 and we're still fighting each other. Human beings are still fighting each other. You have to be kidding me. You have to be kidding me. We can't decide one way to all live with each other. We can't decide it in year 2021. Aliens must be looking at us and be like, look at these fools, man. Low key, this is, I want to put it this way. It's really, in reality, what we're seeing is, like, say if you could have, like, I used to read this comic book called The Legion of Superheroes, and Brainiac 5, he built this time machine. It was like a bubble, clear bubble. He get in the bubble, and they go back to the 20th century. They were the Legion of Superheroes, a DC comic. It was set in the 30th century. What if you could get in the time machine and go back to when America was first started and how all the American Indian Wars and stuff like that? This is actually, to be honest, is similar to what happened. It's taken far longer, or maybe it hasn't. This is exactly the Indians getting displaced or getting, vanquished and stuff like that. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. I don't know. Like for the people that come here and say, in my mentions, saying, support this, support that, like, what you should be saying is to support not destroying innocent people. Because that's what's really happening out there. It's happening a lot. It's happening far too much. And I will say, I think just saying you support somebody because you don't believe, like, if you believe, the propaganda they give to the people of Earth, like to just regular people, is so crazy. You don't know what's true, what's false, man. I'm telling you, it's not what you're seeing. Like, a lot of y'all just coming to mentions and saying, like, these guys are, they're I don't know. I didn't even get into it because it's really crazy, man. But anyway, thanks for everybody coming through. I greatly appreciate it. Thanks to everybody that came through on Spaces. I greatly appreciate it. I think we should just hope, like, this can come to an end quickly, without too much more death. That's what you should be saying to each other. But thanks everybody donating. Hillway, Reaction PR, Jabari, Cannon Hotep, Big Poppy, Ricky Green, Fudge Mayo, Dean B, Reaction, Opinion Junkie, Big Poppy, Kamar Daniel, Derna, Habitats for Life. Islam Moores, did you see the Trump support at the gas station? No, I didn't see it. I didn't see that, man. Anyway, thanks everybody coming through. I gotta get out of here. Started late. Still got some other stuff to do, but I greatly appreciate y'all coming through, and I think we had a good conversation, and we'll see how this goes. Anyway, see you Thursday. Hoteps been told you. Donate Patreon, PayPal if you can. Greatly appreciate it. Somebody sent me a PayPal. A Cash App. Thanks for whoever sent that Cash App. I can't read the name right now. But anyway, I'll talk to y'all later. See you Thursday.